Here's what you missed last time on Chit for Chat.
It hurt me how quickly you bounced back. But that's not to say you necessarily did. It just seemed like it more.
Because I had such a period of time to like think about my decision, I was more upset at the fact that we couldn't work.
I mean, we had such a great run. I swear. I mean, it was great. It was the most that you'd ever want out of like a high school relationship.
What is one question that you want me to answer honestly?
I'm bad as Michael Jackson. Hey, it's a holiday.
You know, like now that we're done, now that you can ask anything, like give me one question, I'll answer it completely honestly.
Ooh,
I know I'm nervous.
I don't even know what I'd want to ask.
We can come back to it.
Yeah, let's do that.
What is something that you like doing together? Oh God, I already know the answer. Never mind. I'm changing it.
No, I really liked you know, the time we spent like after school just hanging out. Like
after rehearsals.
It was sweet. Like it was nice. Yeah.
If you are 100% honest, who would you blame mostly for the breakup?
Ooh. I mean, oh, that's so loaded.
Everything's so loaded.
I mean, at the beginning, for sure, I'd 100% only blame myself. I think that I've developed a little bit more self-compassion. That's the word. I blame some of the underlying problems on myself. And I think in some ways it was right of you to break up, but at the same time I was also like from my perspective only, like just thinking about myself, it was not good, you know. But for you it was the right thing to do, which is why it ended up happening. So
you don't feel as though it was the right thing for you either?
I mean, yes and no. It's really complicated because obviously I needed, like, as you know, like I needed to work on myself, and in a relationship I didn't really have the time to focus on the relationship as much as I should have, or focus on myself. I felt too spread out. There was just a lot of stuff going on, so I wasn't emotionally available very much near the end, which is why it was important that it ended. I mean, I wish it didn't in some ways. Because, you know, history, it's so hard to change, and that was such a huge change because we had been dating for like basically 2 years. So
yeah, definitely. I definitely felt like leaving that relationship was one of the hardest ones for me, because the partner I had before you, like we were very young within our high school like days, and so you came right after I started to understand my boundaries and like understand myself a little more. And so I feel like you came at the peak of time that I felt the most like ripe, essentially. and watching
such a weird way to phrase it.
It really is. Well, like you know what I mean, right? Like I felt like super like ready and like charged, and like looking back, I can see parts of myself and you that just weren't ready for those lengths of commitment, if that makes sense. Like I feel like a part of me after we broke up was like, oh, maybe if we got together after high school, it would have been different. But oh man, I'm so grateful for like all our like really chinky memories and stuff. What do you feel like was the biggest lesson within our relationship?
I mean, I'm still working on it to see really to what extent I've learned. I still think I got a lot to learn, but I think you especially, you were like so good to me, and that just receiving that kind of love is really important, especially in such transitional like times in your life. And I think that what I needed was to gain some more self-compassion and be able to, just focus on different things and not be so bogged down on doing a million different things and not giving my attention to what was most important.
Yeah, I hear that. I know, similarly though, like something I learned as well was like, not independence, what was the word for this? Like boundary setting, essentially. Because I feel like, what you lacked is what I had my strongest suits at, and like what I lacked is what you had your strongest suits at. And like the way I would just drop everything to make sure anything else was okay besides myself was like not okay. And so I feel like, yeah, similarly, like self-compassion was like a big thing within our relationship in terms of like learning. Oh, what is something that you would tell my current partner, whether it's a warning or like positive?
I mean, I just say that you're a little bit crazy.
I have crippling depression.
In what ways?
You're just like very passionate, very dramatic. You like pineapple on pizza, so I mean, I do too, so it's fine. You're out there. It's part of your character. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but sometimes it can get
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I mean that's your charm. That's part of you. It wasn't something that I disliked at any point, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'd say just really focus on what you're saying and your emotions, even if like the other person thinks that it's maybe like there's a bit of overreaction or anything. They're still valid emotions, and that's still something that you need to like work with and sort of encourage and help through.
What was the sweetest thing I did for you?
I mean,
the entire relationship.
I mean, definitely our 1-year anniversary video.
Just for some context, you guys know what he's talking about. I basically made a video asking all of our close friends what they think about Izaac and our relationship. The video included some of our favorite teachers too. I made him think I was directing a school play for my drama class, and everyone in our school was invited to watch it as well. So he basically ended up helping me make the pamphlet for his own surprise because it was for our anniversary. Yeah, back to the video.
That was amazing. I mean, just I mean, there's so many different things that I can think of. It's just I think in a lot of ways, like you were crazy good to me, which obviously I appreciate. And I mean, I hope you feel some of that about the way that I treated you, even though, like you said, like we couldn't necessarily express love for each other the same way that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that video was so great, and you fully bamboozled me, making me make the pamphlet.
Yeah, what's something I did that you hated? Like, just like to this day, you're like, like that was really annoying.
You know, a lot of things. No, I just,
Yeah, straight up.
I'd say you needed a lot of attention, which I mean for me is not sort of something that I can really do or like to do. So like it's not a reflection on you or anything. It was just a fact. It was just how it how it happened.
It was not a reflection on you, it's just a fact. What?
like it's not a bad thing. I'm saying it like you just needed attention. That's just part of you. You're
Yes.
you're an outgoing person, and you're a performer. You like to be seen.
I like quality time. And you are more of an introvert, is what I'd say. Is my perspective.
Mm-hmm. That's a way to phrase it. Yes.
Oh, you're a dickhead.
Okay. I think you can sometimes jump to conclusions.
Yeah, 100%. I don't jump. I leap. I skydive.
Yeah,
yeah. I used to
you
do
go
that
sprinting.
A lot. Yeah, I used to do that a lot. Yep. No shame there.
which really I think put a lot of stress on. I know it put a lot of stress on me because I felt like if she's seeing this, then there is something wrong. Like I must be doing something wrong, and
wasn't enough.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to. I didn't feel like I was ever doing enough.
Okay, like I respect that, and honestly, like I will always say that like a big part of me felt like it was 75-25. Like I ain't gonna lie, 75 being your part, B+ or whatever. But like that was definitely like in the final stages of our relationship, but then taking like a whole year back to think about it and reflect on it, I started to like not only understand, because I always preach this all the time, like to my friends who go through breakups, like family members that go through breakups, and like, you only ever judge yourself after the fact. But like everything really just goes 50-50. You know what I mean? Like time was a big part to play in what happened. Our growth and understanding was a big part to play. How we dealt with issues as well took a big part to play. Like I fully understand and relate to the fact that like, for you, like you weren't into like my clingy energy. And in my opinion, it wasn't clingy. It was just like basic human needs, and stuff like that. But that was just based on our needs and like wants at the time. And like, I fully think it was it's never ever just one person only. It takes two people to like tango, but also it takes two people to like be in a relationship and to like go through things together, fight through things together, and like embellish and like take things out. So I want you to know from like the bottom of my heart that like I don't blame you solely just for anything. And I definitely think that it was both of our parts to play, like you said, twofold, right? Like it wouldn't have worked out if it was just you or just me. It was the both of us. And like I think it was beautiful. I think it was a really good time. And thank you for sharing with me. I guess like my final question would be, is there any questions you have for me, if anything, or to come back to our question, like, is there anything you want me to answer 100% honestly?
I want to know if you truly like saw us at some point like being in a very long-term relationship, like getting married, having kids, that kind of stuff. I want to know if you felt that.
Absolutely. I think it's funny because like I would say that I'm a hopeless romantic. 110%. Like that's where all my like grand gestures come from, how passionately I am about like love and how I give my love, especially. But I will say, unlike my first relationship ever, like that was all candy and rainbows. That was a honeymoon stage on ecstasy, essentially. But our honeymoon stage lasted, I want to say like 8 months, like a full 8 months, because it was just so genuine and like so real. And not only were we like best friends, we were figuring out each other as lovers as well, essentially. And so not only did I see us like getting married, I saw us in like, you know, the old homes and like those caskets that like are heart shaped and shit, and like and shit like that, because like that was the first relationship I saw lasting more than 5 years, like 7 years. Like the fact that we like hit a year and a bit was like, oh shit, like this is legit. Like I felt very secure within that. Like that's why I bought you the promise ring. Like I was like, yep, this guy's the one. Like I like never felt anything but that until like I want to say like 6 months after our like first year and a bit. Yeah.
I felt the same for sure.
A lot of people need to know that like closure can come at any point, especially if it's just by thyself. And also that like if you are in a relationship with someone, there's a reason why you guys were in a relationship in the first place, kind of thing. And that like it doesn't take away from like the friendship you built with that person or like the connection you had with that person. Like I will always look back at our relationship as something that was so beneficial and helped me understand who I am and helps me understand how I cater to like my partner now and like stuff like that, you know. Yeah. I want to thank you for coming on the channel today. I appreciate you making time to like sit down with me and hash out our high school relationship.
To Royal Mafia, did you enjoy that video? I know you did, because I sure did. Be sure to leave this video a big fat royal thumbs up if you did enjoy it for the Chit for Chat series season 1. We're wrapping it up, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading over to season 2 in May, where we talk about the debatable, whereas season 1 was more focused on high school and love. So if you love the Chit for Chat series, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Let me know your favorite episode. And if you're excited for season 2, be sure to click that bell notification so you can stay up to date when those videos come out. If you'd like to send me a Chit for Chat episode recommendation, do not hesitate. You can hit me up at echoeffect or my other Instagram, sugarcane, right over here. Tell me what videos you want to see from the kingdom, because I'll be sure to put them out, because you already know I'll only put out royalty and quality content. And my last message of the day is to be sure to let love live within yourself and others, because baby, that's all we got. Because that's on what? Say it with me. That's on Echo Effect, period.
Hoes on hoes and they out of control, yeah. Hey.